Anime, Reign of the Seven Spellblades. Continuing to episode 5, Teresa apologizes to Oliver for her incompetence as a spy. She feels this way because Oliver's life was threatened in the Colosseum, and Teresa wasn't there to assist him. Oliver doesn't seem to mind it much. No one could have anticipated that a Garuda would infiltrate. After all, it's Kimberly. However, due to Kimberly's danger, Teresa wants to protect her, ensuring that Oliver can do what needs to be done when the time comes. Following that, as usual, Katie visits the troll's pen to feed him. Vera and the other friends join her as well. Suddenly, for some reason, Katie screams. It turns out she's surprised that the troll finally wants to eat the food she brought. Vera looks amazed at Katie's perseverance. The first subject for today is Magical Creature class. During the class, they are taught how to differentiate the contents of Garmer and Warg's stomachs. They're truly disgusted as the class proceeds. In fact, they lose their appetite for lunch after going through that ordeal. Even Guy, who is used to slaughtering livestock at his home, is shocked in this class. As they walk out of the classroom, they notice that the students who used to mock Katie are no longer daring to approach her. They are currently having lunch in the cafeteria and discussing last night's events. Oliver feels uncertain if the issue is resolved. The incident from last night might be an attack from the conservative faction that doesn't recognize the rights of half-human creatures. Or it could be retaliation from the faction advocating for creature rights in response to the case of the rampaging troll attacking Katie. However, this doesn't imply Katie is one of the culprits behind the incident. It's just that this incident can be used as a pretext to initiate a conflict. Unfortunately, Oliver believes the Academy authorities won't take action to handle this case. The incident took place within the labyrinth. The Academy will likely view it as an exaggerated student brawl. Guy becomes aware once again that he is enrolled in a dangerous school. Nonetheless, this incident has a positive impact on Nanatsu. She becomes very popular among the other students for defeating the Garuda. However, Katie seems slightly annoyed by this. She feels it's unfair because Oliver should have received the same recognition as Nanatsu. Michaela also agrees with Katie's opinion. He was impressed by the technique Oliver used in the fight. In fact, last night Michaela went on to dissect each of his techniques for almost an hour. Pete finds it understandable that Nanatsu is more popular, because the techniques Oliver employs seem ordinary and intricate. Oliver is slightly stung by hearing this. However, Michaela states that Oliver's fighting techniques belong to the type admired by a professional. Later, Michaela decides to give a reward to Oliver, who also contributed to last night's incident. Unexpectedly, she wants to give Oliver a kiss. Oliver immediately tries to refuse when Michaela leans in. Suddenly, Nanatsu arrives, looking confused at this commotion. Katie confides in Nanatsu that Michaela wants to kiss Oliver as a gift. Instead of opposing it, Nanatsu becomes interested and suddenly kisses Oliver on the cheek. Not stopping there, Nanatsu also asks for a kiss from Oliver. He is, of course, hesitant to kiss Nanatsu. However, as others force Oliver to give Nanatsu a gift too, Oliver is reluctantly compelled to do it. Just as his lips are about to touch Nanatsu's cheek, a short blonde-haired girl calls out to Oliver as Noel. Upon realizing it, Oliver addresses the girl as Big Sister. But, seeing Oliver seemingly engaged with Nanatsu, the girl feels like she's intruding. She doesn't realize it's because she's overjoyed to finally meet Oliver. Afterward, the girl bids farewell, kissing Oliver's cheek just like Nanatsu did. Oliver then explains that the girl is his cousin's older sister. In his childhood, Oliver used to live in her house. Like before, Katie feels embarrassed seeing Oliver being kissed. Moreover, she realizes that the girl addresses Oliver with a specific nickname, Noel. Meanwhile, Nanatsu is puzzled as Oliver leaves without giving her a kiss. After the break, the next class is Alchemy class. The instructor is Darius Grenville, the teacher who once confronted Katie in front of the troll's pen. They will be doing their first practical exercise in this class. The materials they'll be working with are highly dangerous. Darius has provided the students with a recipe to create their concoctions. Despite the past clash with Katie, during class, Darius never mentions that incident at all. When the practice begins, Guy wants to finish it quickly. However, Oliver reminds them that there are many traps in the shared recipe. Oliver offers to watch every step Guy takes. And as usual, Michaela will keep an eye on Nanao. When Oliver offers his assistance to Pete, he immediately declines. Pete wants to do everything on his own. After a while, Oliver successfully prepares his concoction without any issues. Suddenly, a student adds too much foam weed. Oliver quickly remedies this by adding other ingredients. Another student's eyes start to sting as they didn't immediately cover the cauldron when adding vampire flowers. Oliver instructs the student's friend to wash their eyes with olive oil. Then, Oliver notices that Pete is about to add an excessive amount of solution. Realizing late, Pete's cauldron looks like it's about to explode. Oliver instinctively recites in versum to flip the cauldron onto the floor, then presses his body against it to minimize the explosion. Fortunately, thanks to Oliver's quick thinking, nothing serious occurs. The other students are amazed after witnessing his action. Even Darius appreciates it and asks for Oliver's name. After the class ends, Michaela feels glad that people have finally recognized Oliver's talent. Pete also thanks him and apologizes for causing Oliver to get burned. Unexpectedly, Andrews also approaches Oliver. He warns him to be cautious around Darius. Apparently, Darius enslaves skilled students to become his assistants until their deaths. There are also rumors that he steals the research of intelligent students and presents it as his own work. Andrews advises Oliver not to be swayed by Darius' words. Not only that, Andrews informs Oliver that an acquaintance of his wants to talk to Katie and the others about the troll incident during the acceptance ceremony. They meet Andrews' acquaintance, Annie Mackley, near a fountain. As it turns out, Annie is the one who put Katie in danger during the acceptance ceremony. She apologizes to all of them for her actions. She didn't expect it to become such a big issue. She did it because her parents told her that members of the creature rights faction are a disgrace to witches. That's why she acted mischievously by casting a spell on Katie. Oliver asks who her accomplice was that agitated the troll. However, Annie is unaware of that. Initially, she just wanted to embarrass Katie. But for some reason, the troll suddenly went berserk. After that, Katie went to the troll's pen as usual. She inquired about why the troll went berserk during the acceptance ceremony. Katie is convinced that the troll isn't the type to harm others. Unfortunately, of course, the troll cannot speak. Meanwhile, Nanao is practicing using the Atham with Oliver. She wants to be able to use impetus, as it's the first spell that her friends combined together. Back to Katie, the troll in front of her suddenly starts speaking, albeit stutteringly. It tells Katie to leave this place to avoid him. From a distance, Vera watches this with an evil smile. Meanwhile, Nanao is still struggling to control the Atham. She wants to master it quickly, just in case the troll wants to escape again. Oliver realizes something odd in Nanao's words. He mentions that the troll wants to escape again. So, unintentionally, Nanao senses that the troll wasn't going berserk but was trying to escape from that location. She says the troll seemed to be running toward the academy gate. Upon hearing this, Oliver suspects something. They immediately rush to the troll's pen, but Katie isn't there. Katie's Atham is left lying in the area. They are surprised when the troll suddenly speaks again, saying that Katie has been taken to a dark and deep place. Oliver suspects that it might be referring to the underground labyrinth. On the way, Oliver explains that recently there was a group within the creature rights faction researching how to grant half-human creatures intelligence. They believe that half-human creatures would deserve rights if they were as intelligent as humans. One of the methods was teaching trolls the human language. However, they faced criticism from other members, and the project was discontinued. Nevertheless, there's likely still a witch continuing the project. The high possibility is that it's Kimberly. Oliver is convinced that the troll's mind has been tampered with. It wants to escape the parade due to the unbearable treatment. The person who could do this must be an expert in the anatomy of half-human species. While in the labyrinth, they find a staircase leading further down, but they decide to retreat and report to the student council. Suddenly, they are hit by magic and transported to a different place. As suspected, the culprit is Vera Milligan. She reveals that she was the one who released the Garuda into the Colosseum. They see Katie lying unconscious. Vera says she wants to study Katie. Previously, she had manipulated the troll's mind perfectly. However, it still couldn't speak. She believes Katie is the key to making the troll talk. Vera intends to peek into Katie's mind. Coincidentally, she is an expert in neurosciences. She can discern a person's gifted characteristics from their brain. Nanao immediately rushes towards Vera, as she feels she can't reason with her. However, for some reason, Oliver tries to stop her. Suddenly, Vera reveals her left eye, causing Nanao's body to slowly stiffen. Oliver quickly cures her with Contrav. Vera has a basilisk eye. She says it was a gift from her parents. They sacrificed 5 other children to give Vera that eye. Among those who know about her eye, she's known as Milligan the Snake-Eyed. This is the end of episode 5. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 6 of this series recap.